Morning students, in last video we discussed about the classification of elements based on the entering of electrons into orbitals. So those are defined as which one: S block, P block, D block and F block. And today's session we discuss about the periodic properties. So like as atomic radius, ionization energy, electronegativity, electron affinity and oxidation reduction properties. First of all, we discuss about the one of the most important periodic property in IPE, that is atomic radius. So atomic radius is defined as it is the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost electron cloud is called as which one? Atomic radius of any atom. Generally, the atomic radius of the element not possible to measure with the simple methods. Generally, it is measured with the help of X-ray diffraction method. So, by using that methods, we calculate the atomic radius. So, the atomic radius again classifies into three categories. Depends upon the nature of bonding. So, that's why that atomic radius is classified into three categories. What are they? Crystal radius or metallic radius, covalent radius and van der Waals radius. So how these radiuses are gradation, that means change in periods and groups, that will be discussed in this session. Okay, so first of all we define the atomic radius. So atomic radius is defined as a which one? It is the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost electron or energy level of electron cloud is defined as a which one? Atomic radius. So the atomic radius is measured in generally either in angstrom units or in nanometers or in picometers. Generally here we measured in angstrom units. One angstrom unit is nothing but 10 power minus 8 centimeters or 10 power minus 10 meters. Okay. Now, how the classification will happens? How the classification means atomic radius classifies into three categories. What are they? Metallic radius or crystal radius. And the second one is the which one? Covalent radius, or which one? The van der Waals radius. So first of all we discuss about the which one? Covalent crystal radius. So crystal radius is defined as 1/2 of the distance between the nuclei of two adjacent metal atoms is called as which one? Metallic radius or crystal radius. That means generally the metals are formed in different, like as which one? BCC, FCC, means body centered and face centered and hexacentered cubical shapes. Based on the structure, the distance between the nuclei of two adjacent atoms is called as which one? Distance of the elements or the atoms. So the half of the distance of the atoms of the metallic atoms is defined as which one? Metallic radius or crystal radius. That means in a crystal all the atoms are joined together or held together by a great electrostatic force, metallic forces. Due to that what happened? The adjacent molecules are tightly packed. So when we measure the distance between any two atoms, adjacent atoms, that is the which one? Distance between the two nucleus. So 1/2 of that nuclear distance is called as which one? Crystal radius or metallic radius. So once after the definition, this 1/2 of the distance between two nuclei of two adjacent atoms. That means this is the nucleus of one metallic atom and this is the which one? The half of the distance is called as which one? Metallic radius or crystal radius. Clear? So it is generally measured in which one? On angstrom units. Okay. As well as distance between sodium atom in the crystal lattice is which one? 3.72. That is the distance between the two nuclei is which one? 3.72. But we calculate in the which one? Atomic radius. So that's why 1/2 of the radius is called as which one? Crystal radius or metallic radius. That means 2 ones are 0.28 is just. So 1.86 angstrom unit in the crystal radius of, that means sodium radius, sodium metallic radius. Okay. Now another one is which one? Covalent radius. So the covalent radius also defined as it has one half of the distance between the nuclei of two covalently bonded atoms. Once observe here, it is also one half of the distance between the two nuclei of covalently bonded atoms is called as a which one? Covalent radius. So all the atoms except metals as well as which one? Inert gases, the remaining all elements are covalently bonded each other. So for example here, the chlorine atom is bonded. What happened here? The distance between the two chlorine nucleus is near about 1.98 angstrom units. So we can measure the half of the distance, one half of the distance, that is the bond length of the covalent one. Am I right? So here is the chlorine nucleus as well as this is the which one? Another chlorine nucleus. The distance between this one is called as which one? Half of the distance between the nucleus of two chlorine are homoatomic molecule. Homoatomic means same element. Cl2, O2, N2, H2, like this. So one more observe here. Here the between the chlorine and chlorine having which one? A single bond. Whereas in the case of between oxygen, double bond is present. Between nitrogen, triple bond is present. So what happened in this case? The atomic radius means while the multiple bonds, that means the bonds are increases, the covalent radius will be decreases. So more covalent radius in single bond than which one? Double bond. So double bond radius is more than which one? Triple bond. That means the number of multiple bonds increases between the homoatomic atoms, the bond length will be decreases. Then what happens? The atomic radius also will be decreases. So that's why the covalent radius is half of the bond length, half of its bond length. So while the multiple bonds are increases, then what happens? The bond length decreases means the covalent radius also will be decreases. Here and third one, which one? Van der Waals radius. It is also defined as one half of the distance between the nuclei of two identical non-bonded isolated. Which elements are non-bonded here? Generally, which are not participating in chemical bond? Inert gases, because those are chemically inert. So that's why we want to measure such kind of elements radius. We need which one? Van der Waals radius. So the Van der Waals radius is defined as which one? This is one half of the distance between the nuclei of two identical non-bonded isolate atoms, between either organic or which one? Krypton, xenon, helium, like that, because those are not chemically bonded. So that's why if you want to measure such kind of atom molecules, atomic radius of those molecules, we can use which one? Van der Waals radius. Okay. So while you compare these three, which one? Crystal radius as well as which one? Covalent radius and Van der Waals radius. Van der Waals radius is more than which one? Metallic radius. Metallic radius is more than which one? Covalent radius. The order of the radius is given like that. Van der Waals radius is greater than which one? Metallic radius. Metallic radius is greater than which one? Covalent radius. Okay, clear? Lanthanide contraction. So lanthanide contraction means decrease in the atomic radius. Decrease in the atomic radius in which one? Lanthanides, due to the dispersed shape and poor shielding effect. The steady decrease in the size of the atoms and ions of the lanthanides are rare earth metals. In increasing atomic number from lanthanum to lutetium is called as which one? Lanthanide contraction. So lanthanide contraction means what happens here? Due to the dispersive nature of the orbital, which orbital? F orbital, and well as the poor shielding effect. So shielding effect means we discuss it later. So the steady decreasing. So while these two causes, by the two causes of which one? Shielding effect as well as shape dispersion of F orbital into the towards the nucleus, the steady decreasing in the atomic radius of lanthanides, like as which one? The rare earth metals, decreases as the atomic number increases. Such one is called as which one? Lanthanide contraction. contraction means decrease in the size. Why it happens? Due to the which one? Dispersed shape and the poor shielding effect. Okay, so such phenomena is called as which one? Lanthanide contraction. That lanthanide contraction will happen from the elements lanthanum to lutetium. So due to the lanthanide contraction, what happened? Not easy to separate them from mixture. Which one? These elements from lanthanum to lutetium, those elements which are formed a mixture compound, that will not be separated out due to the which one? Lanthanide contraction. As well as atomic radius decreases. What happened here? The atomic number increases and the atomic radius which one? Decreases. So that's why it is increases in the ionization potential value as well as electronegativity value, as well as decrease in the ability to form the complex ions or the complex compounds. These are the consequences which are happens due to the contraction of lanthanides. So totally what we discuss here about the lanthanide contraction means due to the dispersive of shape of orbital, f orbital, and well as a poor shielding effect, the steady decrease in the which one? Atomic radius of rare earth metals like as lanthanides by the increase in the atomic number is called as which one? The lanthanide contraction. Due to the contraction, what happens? It is not easy to separate from their mixtures, as well as the ionization potential and electronegativity value also increases, and also decrease in the ability to form the complex ions or form complex compounds. So finally, how this atomic radius will be changes in periods and groups. Okay, so once observe. Changes in periods. Changes in periods. Change in periods. That means the atomic radius, how changes in periods, as well as in groups. Now we discuss. Once observe any period. For example, from second period, which one? Beryllium. Sorry. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. So this one is the second period. Once observe the electronic configuration, every newly entered electron into the same orbital and same orbit. Once observe here, this one is 1s2 2s1, this one is 1s2 2s2, this one is 1s2 2s2 to p1, this one is helium 2s2 to p2, and this one is which one? Helium 2s2 to p3, this one is 2p4, this one is 2p5, this one is 2p6. Once observe here, every newly entered electron enter into the same principal quantum number, that means the same orbit. That means what happened in the nucleus? The nuclear charge increases, but the radius of that atom does not changes. That means the nuclear force of attraction will increase on the outermost electron, so that's why the atomic size will be decreases, the atomic radius will be decreases. So as we move in a period from left to right, from which one? Left to right, what happened? The newly entered electron enters into the same orbit. There is no change in the orbit, so that's why the radius does not increases. And also that, and one more interesting thing is the nuclear charge is increases. So whenever the nuclear charge increases, what happens? The force of attraction on the outermost electron is also increases. So that's why what happened? The atomic radius is decreases. In case of which one? Periods. What happened in the case of groups? What happened in the case of groups? In groups, what happened? Once observe a group, like as which one? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Here the electronic configuration is helium 2s1, this one is neon 3s1, this one is argon 4s1, this one is krypton 5s1, this one is xenon 6s1. Once observe what happened, the every newly enters the electron into the different orbits, while in the case of a which one? Group. So every time observe the group from top to bottom, whereas in the case of a period from left to right. So how the gradation will be happens and changes will be happens. So in case of a period, always study from left to right, whereas in case of groups from top to bottom. So while you are moving from top to bottom, what happened? The newly entered electron enters into which one? A new orbit. Here is the second orbit, here is the third orbit, this is the fourth orbit, fifth orbit, sixth orbit. So automatically what happens? The atomic radius is increases. So the atomic radius increases means the newly entered electron in different orbit. So that's why in groups from top to bottom, the atomic radius gradually increases. Not only in the case of which one? First group, second group, third group, whatever group. So generally from left to right in periods, the atomic radius is decreases, whereas because of which one? Increase in the nuclear force of attraction. Whereas in the case of groups, the atomic radius increases due to the addition of electron into the new orbit, as well as the nuclear force of attraction is decreases. Clear? So while we are discussing like that, in that topic only we discuss which one? Lanthanide contraction. So once observe the lanthanide contraction, what happened? That those electrons are enters into the anti-penultimate shell. Once observe the electron configuration of lanthanides, n-2 f 1 to 14, n-1 d 1 0 to 1 and ns2. So while you are observing, the newly entered electron enters into the which one? Anti-penultimate shell. So due to the anti-penultimate shell, what happened? The electrons are enters into the inner shells. Due to the poor shielding effect, the nuclear force of attraction will be decreases. So that's why the atomic radius will be decreases. Clear? Such contraction is called as which one? Lanthanide contraction. Now here this is in which one? F block elements. Clear? So like that only that happens in which one? Actinides also, but we cannot observe that one. We cannot observable here. So that is about the which one? Atomic radius, a periodic property, how it changes in periods and groups.